LeBron just made all the plays and defended them.
Hey, he had 4 tough three-point shots. A couple of guys, Damon and Dane Gibson, hit a couple. But if you look at the game, in the quarters we didn't finish out well. When we could have been up more than 10, we could have been up 16. The second quarter, we didn't score. We stopped running. And, we've said all along, and it's something myself and the coaches talk about. If team beat us shooting contested three-pointers, and they beat us that night. But if you go back and look at the game, the way we finished the end of the quarters, and the offensive rebounds, they got 20 offensive rebounds. So if you clean those things up, you still win the game. I mean, because now the game is out of reach. And instead of being up what we were up, we could have been up more. But, you're disappointed because you lost, but, I mean, what do we tell our players? I mean, LeBron hit, I thought AP was guarding him well. I thought whoever guarded him on the three-point attempts got there. And then when he drives to the basket, he commands so much attention. And then some of them guys hit some timely shots, and then when we had a chance to respond and make some shots, we missed them.
You stayed small in that whole fourth quarter against them just to match up with those guys on the perimeter?
Well, we had to have guys who can try to help and then try to close out to their shooters. And, yeah.
Chris got on 11 shots. I mean, a couple of them were there at the end. Is that just the flow of the game? He wasn't.
Well, just kind of how the flow of the game went. I mean, we were up 20 points. So how many shots Chris got wasn't an issue when we were up 20. And if we win the game, it wouldn't be an issue. The thing about it, we didn't rebound the ball well enough, and we didn't finish out the quarters well enough. So there's things we got to work on. And, we tell our players all the time, if we contest shots and they make them and we lose, because what we don't want to do is have a game like this, and it's tough because you always felt like you should have won this game, but you're going to win some you shouldn't win, and you're going to lose some that maybe you think you should win. But your defensive principles, they shot 41%. So we did a lot more good things than bad things. But if you look at the end of the quarters and the offensive rebounds, you can't give a team 20 extra possessions, especially when you hold them to 41%.
Is it just time and score at those end of quarters or execution? What do you see?
Well, just time and score, making better decisions. I mean, we just make some bad decisions. And, yeah, we were up 10, but we could have been up 16, 18. And that makes a big difference.
See, the first thing is LeBron's fourth quarter was amazing. He just took the ball game over and put us on his back. So what a tremendous performance by LeBron James in that fourth quarter. He obviously had some help throughout the game. I thought Larry stepped up and hit shots and ran the team well throughout the course of the game. And then also I thought Damon Jones was big. He hasn't played in a while, and he's been great in practice. He's been keeping himself ready, and it showed tonight when he stepped out on the floor. In the first half, we obviously turned the basketball over. We cut our turnovers down in the second half, had 4 total in the second half, and then we were letting them get out in transition. We knew those 2 areas we were beating ourselves because they had 13 fast break points at halftime, 3 the entire second half. We had 11 turnovers at halftime, 4 the entire second half. Those 2 areas, if we clean those 2 areas up, kept trying to attack, kept trying to be aggressive, we just kind of find a way, figure out a way to win, and that can happen when you got a guy like LeBron James on your team.
Were you surprised the way it was going? I mean, you guys were killing on the boards, but you were down for most of the game.
No, I was not, because we were turning the ball over. You have 11 turnovers at halftime. You give up 13 fast break points in a half. And, I was shocked that we were down only 10, playing, as bad as we were. Because, that's a very good team, especially here. The crowd is terrific. Sam does a great job with them. But to be down 10 to that team with the way that we felt we played in the first half was at least encouraging.
Mike, going with your shooting lineup, and then you let LeBron take over and just run it. Reminiscent of the playoffs last year.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of having guys that can step up and shoot the ball and drive the basketball, and with Andy out on that floor, his activity. But you open up the floor like that and you say, okay, hey, you guys want to play LeBron one-on-one, play him one-on-one. If you want to double him, then we got to have guys step up and knock down shots, or like Devin did a couple of times, drive the ball and kick, or drive the ball and finish.
Mike, the hunch to play Damon Jones, what goes into your mentality? Obviously, you know he can deliver, but why today? Why this?
You know, he's done a terrific job in practice. He's done a terrific job just staying ready. And I felt that he's a guy that knows how to play. I believe he can help us. And as long as he does that, his number's going to be called when I feel we need him. And today I felt we just needed a spark or two from the outside because they were collapsing on Bron a little too much and double teaming him a little too much. And so I wanted to see if we can loose their defense a little bit by putting one more shooter on the floor.
Was it a bit of a gut feel? I know you called him in that huddle and said, get in the game. I mean, is it just a gut feel at that point?
Yeah, it was not planned. You know, it just felt that it was time to call his number, and he did it. He came through for us.
You know, the defense in the fourth quarter was reminiscent of the way you played last year. Does this kind of game help sell your defensive message?
Yeah, you know, more importantly, though, I think hopefully we can start understanding it because it's been the last two ball games. The first half, we turned the ball over, and teams have converted those turnovers into points.